Get ready to match the stars. Avery Schreiber, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley, Lana Wood, Richard Dawson, and Joyce Bulifant as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rayburn.
Oh, just I got it, Gene. Thank you.
You didn't really hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt? Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Are you all right?
I jumped on the heels of my feet. I didn't land on my toes.
You scared me. I thought you really hurt your little self.
No, I'm all right. Now let's say hello to our two players, Lauren Simon and Peggy Neiman. How are you? Lauren is our current champ. She's won $100. She won one game, and she's being challenged by Peggy. You had your first round question, didn't you? And at this moment, the score is 2-0 in favor of Lauren, and we'll see how this game ends in a minute or so, right after this message. Here we are, ready to carry on. I'll push this button, reveal our second round question, and ask Peggy Neiman to make her selection.
I will try B again.
B it is. Everybody plays, because she didn't match anybody in the first round. Let's see how she does now. Henny the Eskimo comic said, "My wife is so fat." How fat is she? Glad you asked. Every time she puts on her white coat, she gets mistaken for a blank. Every time she puts on her white coat, she gets mistaken for a blank.
I got this one, honey.
How fat she is.
And I like my answer. I think it's the right one.
Splendid. Everybody's ready? We come to Peggy Neiman. Henny the Eskimo comic said, "My wife is so fat, I'll tell you what how fat she is. Every time she puts on her white coat, she gets mistaken for a
Polar bear.
polar bear." All right, Avery.
Hi, Gene.
You gonna make it 2 in a row or 1 in a row?
I thought of an iceberg, but really it's a polar bear.
A polar bear. You like your answer, Brett?
I love my answer.
What'd you say?
I said a polar bear-ess.
A polar bear. And you, Captain?
Captain Andy.
Captain Andy. No, it's Captain
I'm
Black.
glad you men of the land recognize a captain when you see one.
Yes.
Anyway, what circuit is that they play, an Alaskan comic? What circuit would he play?
What circuit would he play?
What's the famous circuit in the East?
Well, RKO.
The what?
The Borscht
The
circuit.
Borscht circuit.
The Borscht circuit.
No more. If he's an Eskimo comic, he plays the Cold Borscht circuit. And he's a polar bear.
Polar bear.
What is...
May I say something?
Yeah, you may say something.
I think Charles deserves a round of applause for courage.
I love the joke. I don't care.
Don't encourage him. Now, Lana, it's up to you. My wife's so fat, every time she puts on her white coat, she gets mistaken for a polar bear, according to Peggy. What do you say?
Do you know that I actually wanted to say ice cream man?
Ice cream?
And I thought better of it and I said polar bear.
Now listen, Gino. Polar bears are tall.
Tall.
And they're plump, but they're not really fat.
They're not fat because they're...
This lady is so fat when she puts on a white coat.
She gets mistaken for a...
Igloo.
It's a very good answer.
Or people went and lived
It's
inside.
still got a boo.
Yes.
That's because you set it up with a clever cold burst.
Now, Joyce, you offer an igloo,
Cold
a polar
perch
bear, or
is
something
delicious.
else?
Certainly not an igloo.
No, igloo's a good answer. It's a big, round, fat thing, Joyce. Get it together.
I said a polar bear.
Okay. That's 5 for Peggy. Now, Laura, you need 3 to tie, 4 to win. 2 people do not play, Joyce and Avery, the 2 smart ones.
Right.
Laura said, She said, I didn't get any sleep at all last night.
Oh, poor thing.
I had a blank in my waterbed.
I got it.
I had a blank in my waterbed.
I love my answer. That's 2 in a row. You don't win. Let me see if it's good anyway.
Laura said,
No.
didn't get any sleep at all last night. I had a blank in my waterbed.
I'm torn between 2 answers.
All right.
There's only one thing you could have had in your water.
We're waiting for Charles and Laura. Now Charles is ready.
Dumb, right, Gene?
All right. I don't know. It all depends on Lauren over here. Laura said, I didn't get any sleep at all last night. I had a blank in my waterbed.
A leak.
A leak in my waterbed. Now, Brett, what did you say?
Well, maybe it wasn't quite as wonderful as I thought it was at first.
Now that you've heard hers.
Now that I've heard hers. I said she had a drip.
How
His
about a
name
drip
was
and a
Hal.
leak? A drip and a leak is a match. All right, there's one. See, it's not bad. Charles, you offer this lady
You
a drip?
alter that address, Charles?
Charles Nelson.
No.
Charles.
Captain Charles.
Charles.
Captain.
Oh, Captain Charles. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain
Being an
Charles.
expert in water, I naturally said leak.
Naturally. Score is now 5-4. Need one more to tie, Lauren. Let's see if it happens. Lana, may we see yours?
How about just seeing my answer?
All right.
She had a tidal wave.
A tidal wave. A tidal
It would
wave.
keep you awake.
That is sure
It would
would.
definitely keep you awake.
Right. Now, Richard, Lauren says a leak in the waterbed will match you.
Well, from the people that gave you igloo,
Yes?
a leak.
A leak. Okay.
From those wonderful people I gave you.
Game ends in a tie, as you can plainly see, 5-5, and we're going to go to a tiebreaker in a minute or so. But right now, this. Hurry back. Now, when the tiebreaker happens, we have to wipe the slate clean and push the button, reveal a tie-breaking question. One for each of you ladies. The one who scores the most will be the winner. Peggy, would you like to make a selection?
I'm going to go with B again.
B it is. Here we go. J. Harrison Farquhar III is so rich.
How rich is it?
I thought you'd never ask. He is so rich he doesn't shampoo his hair. He has it blanked. That's how rich he is. He doesn't shampoo his hair.
What?
He has it blanked.
What's his name?
J. Harrison Farquhar III.
So rich.
Why would you
He doesn't have his hair.
Would you like to read it, Captain?
Farquhar III. So rich.
doesn't shampoo his hair. He has it black.
Has it blanked.
It's black.
Okay. Bottom tier is ready. There's J. Harrison Farquhar II. Would you get a tight shot of Avery? There's some strange disease. Good.
I'm almost ready now. How's Charles?
Would you like to do your vaudeville act while they're writing there? It's going to take another half hour for them to finish. Charles, after all.
Okay, Charles, you ready, dear? Come along, sweetheart. They're waiting for you.
You are mean.
Totally confused.
Charles, that's 2 you've thrown away. Now make up your mind.
Come on, Captain Andy. We have to go to sea.
Here we go. Peggy. J. Harrison Farquhar III is so rich, he doesn't shampoo his hair. He has it blanked.
He has it painted on by an artist.
My dear, are you sure you understood the question?
Yes, I'm afraid I did.
Yes, okay. She says he has it painted on. Would you stop that machine, that infernal machine in your mouth?
Well, I didn't think of that. I thought of dry clean.
Dry clean is good. That's a good answer. Dry clean. Okay, Brett.
Okay, yes, actually, that's true. Sent out to a very expensive dry cleaners.
Turn out to the dry cleaner. Okay. Yes, sir, Captain.
Minted.
Did he say minted or minty?
Minted.
Mint, like
Mint.
money, you mint money?
He doesn't have he has it minted, I see. Okay. Anything you say, Captain. I don't want to walk the plank.
That's as good as bronze.
What do you say, Lana?
I said dry cleaned also.
Dry clean seems to be the answer. Richard, are you for dry
Son
clean?
of dry clean.
Son of dry clean, right. Joyce, have you got the conventional answer for a change?
Well,
I got
I get so embarrassed lately. I don't know. My brain was out dry clean. I said transplanted.
Transplanted. Doesn't have his hair
That's expensive.
shampooed, he has it transplanted.
Yes, it is.
Now, Lauren, all you need is one to win another game. Let's see if it happens. Bill said, I never pet on the first date unless I go out with a blank.
The name is very important.
Bill said, I never pet on the first date unless I go out with a blank.
I got it, honey.
You like that one?
I know that one very well.
I never pet on the first date unless you go out with a...
With a blank. Oh, look, Charles is finished.
Charles is finished. You're finished.
Okay, just put it right in the slot there.
Always forget how to do that.
That's it. Now, Lauren, Bill said, I never pet on the first date unless I go out with a
dog.
A dog. Very good answer. It's a little reverse English there, but I thought that was a rather imaginative answer, didn't you,
Yes,
Avery?
I thought it was imaginative.
Yeah, well, what did you say?
I said it was a dog.
Hey, dog! What were you saying? What the rest of you have? Come on, Captain. Now, here we go. There's another $100 for you. That means you're up to $200. Stand by for a moment. We'll see what we can do in the audience match, and we got to say goodbye to Peggy Neiman right now. It was a pleasure meeting you,
It
Peggy.
was delightful to be here.
We've got a
Thank you
gift
so
for you, together with our thanks. Peggy Neiman is going. Well, Lauren, are you the one who was sitting there a minute ago? You've grown.
Big girl.
You sure
He was
are.
behind the desk.
Well, anyway, Lauren, what do you say we go to the audience match here? We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Mel blank. Blank. All right, you know, $500 for the top one, $250 and $100. Whom do you call on, Lauren?
Richard?
Just what's up there?
Mel blank. B-L-A-N-C blank. Okay.
Charles.
Charles, what do you say?
How would you like a nice long boat ride?
Hey, let's hear it for the envelopes.
Mel.
Although I don't allow women aboard my ship, I might make a slight consideration. Mel Torme.
Mel Torme. Okay. One more.
Brett.
How about Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks. Okay, you got Mel Brooks, Mel Torme, and Mel Blank. Would you care to choose one of those, or is there another answer you have in mind?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Are you encouraging her audience? Do you think Mel Brooks is the one? Okay. I'll tell you, he's had a big hit movie in the last 2 or 3 months, Young Frankenstein. I've seen it 4 times. Let's find out if that's what the audience had in mind that was here that day. We'll begin down at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. Mel Blank. Okay, there's 1 out of 3. Now we'll go up 1 notch and see if Mel Brooks, he's a rascal, you know. He could be hiding under the $250 response. Mel Torme. All right, last chance for Mel Brooks, the weirdo of the world. Let's see if he's under the $500 response. Mel Brooks! Congratulations. Good for you. Now you're getting up into the big money. You've got $700. And that means you're going to play for 10 times 500 or 5,000. To collect, remember, you have to match one celebrity head-to-head exactly. Which one will it be?
Richard.
Okay, Richard, you get ready to write. And you face me if you would. Yeah. Look that way. I know I'm only kidding. Let's see. This goes like this. Richard, are you ready? Blank date. D-A-T-E. Now, Lauren, he's finished, and we ask you to come up with an answer which you think will match his. Blank date.
Blind date.
Blind date. Okay. She says blind date will match you for $5,000. Richard, what do you say?
I say I think it's remarkable that she can stand up straight. Blind.
$700. Congratulations to you. We'll be back in a moment or so, but right now, watch this message. Now we're ready to play another game, and to do that, we very happily present another player. Let's welcome Ginny McClinton. All right, Ginny. Now, please tell us about yourself.
I'm a registered nurse. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I now live in Birmingham. And I've been here this summer finishing my graduate work from the University of Alabama, doing some affiliated work at UCLA Hospital for a master's in nursing.
Uh-huh. She's a very bright lady. She ought to do very well here, right? Good luck to you, Ginny. I'll push the button and ask you to make a selection.
B, please.
B?
Yes,
Here we
sir.
go. New game. After Dave built his hot air balloon, he needed lots of hot air to fill it up, so he took it to blank. After Dave built his hot air balloon, he needed lots of hot air to fill it up, so he took it to blank.
I don't like this question.
Oh, this is a good one. There's one marvelous answer.
I
can't do that. There is?
I thought of it.
You thought of it?
Did you write
May
it
not be the
down,
same
no
one that I have
doubt?
in mind.
I'll tone it down a bit.
She
Ready?
comes from the same town that Fanny comes from, Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes. Fanny Flagg is from Birmingham. Okay. Here we go. Ginny McClinton. After Dave built his hot air balloon, he needed lots of hot air to fill it up, so he took it to...
A bean factory? I can't think of anything.
Now, wait a minute. She is a nurse. I mean, she is a nurse, and that's the way they think, you know. A nurse would think of an answer like that. But I'll make a little side bet with you. I bet none of these people thought of that. What do you say, Avery?
Well, I went to the obvious place, Washington.
Washington, D.C. The hot air factory. Brett?
Well, I trailed right along behind and matched Avery. I said our capital.
Our nation's capital. Captain, I beg your pardon.
Captain Andy.
Being a
Captain
captain
Andy.
who sails on our nation's seas, I would never think of knocking our capital.
Oh,
I
pardon.
said mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. All right, Lana.
I didn't know you could say president on the air, so I said your local politician.
Your local politician. Okay.
Thank you.
Richard.
Could I hear the question again?
The question reads, as after Dave built his hot air balloon, he needed lots of hot air to fill it up, so he took it to blank.
To Brett.
To Brett.
Because she has at home a hot air machine.
I see.
At home.
At home, she keeps her hot air machine.
Did she buy that?
All right. Now, the answer...
Did she buy that story, Jane?
Ginny McClinton's looking for the answer. A bean factory. What do you offer?
Well, I certainly don't think it is very nice to pick on anybody that we work with.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
To Gene Rayburn.
Wow! What kind of dumb answer is that?
It's a dumb answer.
Holy mackerel. Okay. So, Ginny McClinton, that's none for you, and that means your first round question will come along in a moment or so. But right now we have to do a little business, and this is the nature of the business we have in mind for you. Time is up, ladies. Sorry. We're going to have to hold this in abeyance until next time. We look forward to seeing you then. Now, we'll look forward to seeing all of you, too. Now, listen, you just, you did a couple of,
Chico and the Man.
Yeah. What kind of character you play in that?
Well, we created a new character for Chico. It's Miklos the Gypsy.
Miklos the Gypsy?
Yes, with an earring and all kinds of crazies.
Yes, and you have to wear a wig and, no.
That's not
And
nice.
a lot of makeup.
A lot of makeup. When is your Macmillan playing? Is that soon?
Who said that?
You didn't you do a Macmillan and Son and wife?
Yes, I did, and we're all very happy.
Now, what did you do? Is there something we can do for you, my dear?
No.
No. Okay. I just thought maybe you had a movie or a picture or something.
I've got Diamonds Are Forever.
What is that?
Sean Connery, James Bond film. I was
yes.
plenty O'Toole in it, and I'm glad I've already finished it because I would have recast it with Lauren.
I see.
Yes.
Well, we thank
Joyce, do you have time?
Oh, Joyce, what are you doing?
Well, she has a record.
You have a record. What's it called?
With Edge Records, Why's My Daddy Gone?
All right.
And I
Because of
think
those dumb answers she gives. That's
Oh,
why.
Daddy left. Gene Raber in Match Game 75. Join us next time. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. So for most of the CBS stations.